All right, so I think we're done. I got my four designs. They feel pretty good, but there's this weird gray bar over here, and we don't have any labels on here. So what we need to do is go up to our window menu and go to layers. So we see our layers, and if we kind of squint at that, we can imagine that these are our designs, and a gray bar, and then up here is a mask, which is exactly what we've got here. So what we need to do first is go into layer 1, go all the way down, and you'll see I clicked on it, a little arrow there drops it down, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we've got a locked layer that looks like a gray bar. So let's click the lock button. You can even click right there. Okay. And where are you? Yep, I somehow just selected my text tool. Jumped the gun on that. Okay, so now I've got my gray bar selected and just hit the delete button and it's gone. Now at this point we want to come back up here, and I find it easiest just to create a new layer and then drag it to the top. And the reason we want it on top is because we need to have our text on top of our mask. So I'm going to come in here, zoom in a little bit. What is this? Week 1, assignment 3. I don't need much of a label. That seems to be enough. And then, move it around so it feels good. I like to put things off to the side, maybe down. Oop. Looks like it's going to do what it wants to do. That's fine. That looks good. Okay, so at this point, we've got our designs. We've got our name properly labeled down here. And I can come up to File, Export, and then name it again. Very important to keep track of all of our information in here the best we can. The reason for that is things will get lost, and this prevents that. So yeah, definitely come in, export it. But you know what? Before I do that, just to be safe, I'm going to save it. I'm going to just do a save as. Last name, week 1, assignment 3. I want it as an Illustrator file. I'll put it on my desktop. Okay, so I'm saving it as an Illustrator file. The only time you ever save as is as an Illustrator file. Okay, because if you save as a JPEG right now, it'll override your Illustrator file and you won't be able to edit it. So now let's go into File and Export. Already set up there nicely. Sure, export. Options should be 10 at the top for maximum quality. I like to keep it at 72 right here. That seems fine. Color mode's not important, but RGB typically works best when we're working in color. Just sort of ignore the rest of those. As long as it looks pretty much like that, you're good. Well, exactly like that. And then hit OK. So now, when I double click on that, it's off to the side there. I have a professional, clean looking set of designs that are now ready for critique. So yeah, this is the sort of the steps that we're going to be using for this this process time and time again. When your designs are finished, label them, save as an Illustrator file. Once that's done, export as a JPEG, and then make sure that the files are named correctly. So it's a little bit tedious, but it does keep things clean, and it makes sure that you don't lose your data. So yeah, if you have any questions, please do let me know.